Hi friends, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me to know what you want to see and to bring you the content that you enjoy. So today's video is all about a showdown between Intense Cafe and Intense Cafe Ristretto. I think that's how you say it. You have to say the strt and the to, so two T's, just like that. I have to say that I love both of these Montale fragrances. They are beautiful. They are different though. So if you thought that you have one and perhaps you don't need the other, well, I'm here to tell you that you might be wrong. So let's start with Intense Cafe. Intense Cafe is definitely the most well-known. It's the one that's been around the longest. I think it was when 2013. I do have some notes, so if I'm looking down from time to time, that is why. It's an Oriental vanilla, although I don't think that I would necessarily call it an Oriental vanilla, but it's just beautiful. To me, it's total perfection. It's warm, it's cozy, it's rosy, it's jammy. It does have a hint of coffee in it, but not overpowering. It's warm. I think the perfect way to describe this scent is to imagine that you have a vanilla latte sitting in front of you, and it's creamy and vanilla-y and warm, and you can just get that hint of coffee, and then you're eating a Turkish delight, a traditional rose Turkish delight. Just perfection. So good. So absolutely love that. I think the longevity on this one is awesome. The projection's pretty good too. I think Montale's, for the most part, their projection is very good and their longevity is roughly the same. I get between 6 and 8 hours good wear out of each of the fragrances. What else do I have to say about that? I think that's about it. For me, it starts very similar to how it finishes. There's not a lot of difference in the smell as it wears down. Maybe the coffee dies out a little bit, but it's not extremely noticeable. It's more of that vanilla and rose scent that you have that makes it very jammy and just, it's so delicious, so delicious. So if you have not tried it, I definitely suggest you do. It is one of the top sellers for a very, very good reason. It is beautiful. Okay, Ristretto. Let's talk about this one. This one is definitely a little different. It starts off with this bold kind of brewing coffee note, which is beautiful. Not like you've thrown a coffee over yourself, just like you're walking into a room and there's a big pot of black coffee, but it's a little sweet. So you've got some sugar in there as well. Just really nice coffee and a little hint of sugar. It does have a little bit of the rose in it, but I would say that the rose actually dies out fairly soon in this fragrance. I've tried these for a few days, but this one I put on again this morning. What's the time? It's 11, so I probably put this on 2 hours ago, and already the rose is definitely like pared down, the florals in this. So you're getting that coffee in the top, but then you also get a boost of coffee in the heart notes where you're getting that roasted coffee beans. So it's really interesting the way that this plays down. I think it's really, really pretty. Again, with that double whammy of coffee, it just makes it really nice. If you like a scent that has more coffee and less sweetness, this is really nice. It does end in notes of musk and caramel. What else is there? An amber. So those things you would definitely think warm it up a little. And they do, but to me it's definitely not as sweet. It's not as sweet as Intense Cafe. Definitely not as rosy, not as pretty. I feel like Intense Cafe is very plush. It's just, you'll know what I mean when you smell it. Whereas the other one is a little more, it's just a bit more unique. It's intoxicating, it's different. And if you don't have a fragrance like this, you definitely need to get this one. So I guess my final thoughts on these two Montale fragrances is, if you have one and you're thinking about the other, go ahead and do it. They're definitely different enough to have in your collection and wear without feeling like there's much similarity at all. However, I will tell you this, there is one Montale fragrance that I do believe is super similar to Intense Cafe, and that one is Roses Musk. So if you own Roses Musk, maybe don't get Intense Cafe, maybe go for Ristretto Intense Cafe instead. But we will talk more about Roses Musk in another video. I hope this was informative for you guys, and if you are interested, I will put all that information in the description box down below. Have an awesome day, and thank you guys for watching. See ya.